Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to King Arena here on campus of Wheaton College. I'm Nate Stein alongside Casey Balikian, bringing you the second half of our Wheaton Thunder Sports Network men's-women's basketball doubleheader. The first half of our doubleheader, you saw the women take on and defeat Loras College by a score of 58-50. Here we have your Wheaton Thunder men's basketball team taking on the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Pioneers. The Thunder are 2-1, the Pioneers are 3-0. Both teams are pretty young in their seasons, and the Pioneers are a way more proven team than the Thunder. The Thunder's still young and kind of a question mark.
Sure, yeah, definitely a question mark for the Thunder. The only, as we were talking about before the game, the only common matchup we have between these teams is Luther. That's not really a good thing to go by.
That's not a great litmus test.
So what you got to do is you got to compare the way they play. Mm-hmm. We have the Pioneers who like to play a very continuity offense. They want to do one thing and do it over and over and over again until it works. That's going to be where the Thunder's passing lanes come into play. They're looking to get out into passing lanes, disrupt that offense, don't let them move the ball, don't let them get it where they want it, and hope to frustrate their offense. On the other side, Platteville's looking to keep Aston Francis out of the key and make him take people one-on-one from way deep. They're a team that's going to pack it in on defense. They're going to let you move the ball, but you're not going to get inside. Something that could help the Thunder since we're predominantly a shooting team, but also if the three goes cold, could be a problem.
Yeah, we've seen Aston Francis, you mentioned his name, just kind of shoot over people a lot. We saw him in the Lee Fun Classic. He was that tournament MVP, and we saw him go off.
Yeah.
He's still averaging 24 points per game, and like you said, everybody on this Thunder team can shoot. So everybody on the floor is a deep threat at any time. For now, we're going to send it onto the floor for the opening ceremonies and national anthem. We'll be right back here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wheaton College basketball. Tonight we have Wheaton College Thunder going up against the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Pioneers. And now, would everyone please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Now the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Platteville. And one guard, 6'2", junior number 5, Cody Sill. The other guard, 6'4", junior out of Marshfield, number 10, Matthew Wolfstrand. And forward, 6'9", sophomore at the league, number 12, Robert Tuas. The other forward, 6'5", senior out of Dickeyville, number 30, Corey Boston. And the center, 6'8", sophomore out of Fort Edmonton, Wisconsin, number 40, Clay Birds. That was coached by Jeff Carter. This is by Dr. Long and Jim Lounger. Now, Wheaton College fans, I repeat the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. Number 1 guard, 6'1", sophomore out of Tyler, Texas, number 1, Aston Francis. The other guard, 6'3", sophomore out of Ohio, number 2, Luke Peters.
We are back here at King Arena, just moments away from tip-off. The usual suspects in the starting lineup for the Thunder: Francis, Peters, Eichelberger, Samuelson, and Jones. On the other side for the Pioneers, it'll be Trey Sigel, Matthew Ostrick, Robert Duak, Corey Vossen, and Clay Gerds.
Yeah, I mean, I think something that we got to look for in this game is you see the top 4 starters for Wheaton all averaging double digits, notably, obviously, Aston Francis. Most of that's coming off the 3, Nate. And this is a team that's going to let you shoot threes. They're going to pack it in and make you beat them from the outside. If you can beat them from the outside, you got a good chance. If the 3 goes cold tonight, Nate, it could be very difficult for the Thunder.
Opening tip, 1 back to Ostrich. Swings it around, Duak with it, into the corner, Vossen. And it's going to be a quick turnover here for the Pioneers after a little bit of a miscommunication over and back, Thunder ball. Eichelberger to inbound it. Gets it to Peters. Jones. Francis. Samuelson. Jones again, looking down low. Samuelson for 3. No good. Peters tries to poke the rebound out. It ends up in the arms of Ostrich. Looking down low for Vossen, ends up with Sigel. Sigel for 3, no good. Vossen rebound and finish.
Yeah, that's just a breakdown on the boxing out. Where were the white shirts in the key there? Wide open layup there for an unguarded Pioneer.
And Eichelberger responds with a 3-pointer. Vossen taking it up. Gets it to Ostrich. Into the corner for Duak. Duak trying to drive. Samuelson gets a hand in his face, but Duak converts.
That's a tough shot by a good player right there. I mean, you can see why he's their leading scorer. That's just off the dribble, creating for yourself.
Eichelberger doing the same against Vossen, gets blocked. Francis almost ends up with it, but Gerds gets his hands in the passing lane. Ostrich going the other way. Kicks it out into the corner. Vassar. Duak. Samuelson guarding Duak. That ball on the floor, picked up by Vossen. And another miscommunication there between Gerds and Ostrich. And it'll be Thunder ball.
A couple early silly turnovers there by the Pioneers. Not something that this team is particularly prone to. We'll look to see them fix that coming up in the game, but good for the Thunder getting in the passing lanes, disrupting that offense.
Samuelson an open 3. That one's good. The Thunder get out to a 6-4 lead a couple minutes into this one. Ostrich. Gerds. Vossen. Duak. Pump fakes into the corner for Gerds. Gerds pull up mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound Eichelberger, strong board. Peters going the other way, gets it to Francis. Francis working on the far wing. Ostrich guarding him. Down low for Samuelson. He goes up and finishes off the glass with a soft touch. Great look from Francis to find Samuelson on that cut.
Really good look by Francis. A really good cut by Samuelson. Those two have really learned how to play together early in this season.
Duak's with it. Ooh, crosses over Samuelson. Working into the lane. Eichelberger, great help defense, gets the block. Peters pushing. Duak sneaks up on him. Francis goes up on Vossen, but Vossen finishes off the glass.
Good strong take there by Vossen. Was not scared of Francis at all. Went right at the basket. I'd love to see the Thunder players be a little bit more aggressive like that. Take some notes there from Vossen.
Jones gets it to Eichelberger. Looking inside for Peters. Peters working on Duak. And Peters with a nice move to get around. Now pump fake goes up and finishes after getting blocked initially. So good job by Peters to stay with that one.
Good composure down low. It's easy once you get blocked to get a little frazzled. He got his own rebound, regathered, went up strong.
Gerds with it. Swings it. Ostrich. Looking for Vossen down low. And Ostrich starts to throw it away, and he'll be out of bounds, so another turnover. And Ostrich visibly frustrated, and we will see a timeout from Jeff Gard.
Yeah, silly turnovers here in the first 5 minutes, even
3 of them.
Yeah, just turnovers that are unforced. Really, it's not even a credit. I'd love to say credit Wheaton's defense, but really it's just jump passes. And I've always said, my personal opinion is jump passes are of the devil, Nate. If you are in the air with the ball and somebody jumps in that passing lane, you're in trouble because you have to throw it before you land, and they've found themselves in that situation a couple times.
Yeah, this is a really athletic lineup that this Platteville team runs out, and that can get them into trouble. That gets them out there, like you said, in the air with nowhere to go, because this Thunder team, it has been so active in the passing lanes this season.
Yeah, and that's something that this defense prioritizes, passing lanes, passing lanes, passing lanes. We're seeing them go back to that this year after having departed from it last year, and it's helped.
Jay Spencer enters the game for the Thunder, and Colin Cramper enters for the Pioneers. Francis working in, and there you see a Thunder jump pass that turns into a turnover. Ashton Francis got in the air, saw that Gerds was in the lane to clog it up, tried to dish it off, but nobody home. Ostrich pushing ahead here. Duox. Gerds. Looking for Cramper. Francis, good job jumping in that lane. Showalter. Showalter slows up Cramper. Ostrich, 5 on the shot clock, drives in, and a good finish with the left hand from Ostrich.
That's a man's take right there. I mean, he went to the basket hard, got there in one dribble, finished with his left hand in some traffic. Very, very impressive from Ostrich.
Peters on the right wing has Spencer. Back to Samuelson. Slows up, looking for Peters down low, working on Duox. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Peters fakes, drives in, kicks it to Jones. Jones, corner 3, knocks it down. Reagan Jones has shot very well from beyond the arc this season and continues that streak tonight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's been so deadly. The big guys are guarding him. He's stretching defenses out there with his ability to shoot the long ball.
Duox looking down low. Gerds all alone. Jones lost him on a couple screens.
Yeah, and that's just the youth of Jones. He's got to jump to ball. When the ball goes 2 passes away in this defense, you've got to jump to the middle of the key so you don't get caught on those screens. And Jones there just not quick enough.
Peters up top. Duox guarding him. Hands it off to Spencer. Spencer kicks it to Jones. Samuelson for 3. Knocks it down! The Thunder are hot from deep early on. 4 of 5 to start the game. And they lead 16-10 with 14 left in the first half.
I mean, this is what we said in our pregame, Nate. They're going to get these looks. If they make them, it could be a good night for the Thunder. If they don't, it could get ugly.
Duox with it. Samuelson on him. Step back, no good, but a tip in from Ostrich. And just a dumb pass from Luke Peters, trying to find Francis in the corner. Ostrich read it like a book.
Ostrich really emerging as kind of the floor leader for this team, doing a lot, active everywhere, now posting up.
Working on the smaller Francis. Peters reaches in there and he'll get called for the foul. First foul of the night on anybody. And I will see some wholesale subs. Gunter, Eichelberger, and Malagan come in, and it will be Francis, Jones, and Spencer finding spots on the bench.
A little bit of a smaller lineup here with Jones and Spencer going out, but Eichelberger and Gunter proved in that game against Heidelberg that they can board with anybody. We were very impressed, Nate, I remember, in that game against Heidelberg with just their ability to out-rebound a bigger, more athletic team.
Showalter swings it across to Fay. Back to Showalter for 3. That one no good. And Samuelson skies for the rebound and gets taken out. And Samuelson a little slow to get up.
Samuelson's been a guy who has drastically improved his game from last year, already an integral piece of last year's team, but he has become a much stronger attacker of the basket. He has been a factor on the boards. He is really the behind the scenes guy for this team thus far this season.
Malagan gets it to Peters. Peters kicks out to Samuelson for 3. Knocks it down.
And he can do that.
I think Ricky's okay. It's a little slow to get up on the defensive end, but gathered himself. And the Thunder are hot to start this game out. Looking inside, Samuelson will get called for the foul as Fay goes down.
15 of 19 Thunder points in this first half coming from deep. The Platteville Pioneers, I mean, I guess they didn't know, but I mean, there's been too many open looks. If you're the Pioneers, you've got to be frustrated with how many open looks the team in white has seen.
Swung around, Faye once again, this one no good. Rebound pulled in. That was Duox going up and finishing off the glass. Peters guarded by Faye. Sigel out on Francis. Peters working down low on Faye. Gets inside, goes up, off the back iron, and that one just rattles out.
Yeah, that one did just about everything but go in. Peters is frustrated. That was a good move, though.
Duox handling the ball. Peters fights around the screen, looking inside for Sigel, no good. That ball bouncing around. Gunter battling down low with Ernst. Or Showalter, pardon me, and that will be Thunder ball on the jump ball, courtesy of the possession arrow. Quam bringing it up. Faye on defense. Gets it to Francis. Francis pulls up. Gunter somehow comes down with that one and finishes with the floater in the lane, bailing out Francis there. Trevor Gunter.
Yeah, Gunter's just got very active hands. He's been in the right place at the right time this season. There again, you just see his basketball awareness, getting him to the right spot in the right time.
Sigel swings it over to Lowe. Back to Sigel up top. Francis got a fingertip on that one. Duox, Milligan. Duox goes in, gets in the air, kicks it out to Faye. Faye for three, knocks it down. 21-17, getting close to the halfway point of the first half. Quam gets it to Gunter. Gunter going up baseline, goes up strong and finishes. Good pump fake to get to get Faye in the air.
Really good composure there by Gunter down low to stop and not travel, get the ball through and go up.
Lowe working down low, kicks it out to Faye. Faye gets it to Lowe. Lowe pump fakes and is going to get called for the travel. Good help defense from Eichelberger, stepping up immediately after Gunter went by on the initial challenge.
That's something that this team, the Thunder team, has been very good at, playing five-man defense this season. Obviously, as we've talked about, there's been a good amount of breakdowns, but they are not trying to play one-on-one man defense. They are trying to get to help spots, and really, when they're not there, it's just a matter of not knowing the defense quite yet.
Francis no good from deep, rebound Eichelberger. Milligan. Gunter looking baseline, and he tried to spin back. If he just stayed full steam ahead, he would have had an easy finish. Showalter kind of dove back into the center of the court, and Gunter got tangled up.
Post play is all about composure, Nate. When you're down there, you've got to be calm. You've got to react to what your defender does. If you start making a move pre-planned, it's never going to work. You've got to feel what your defender is doing and have the composure to not travel, to stay strong, to stay calm while you're doing that. Gunter has showed good signs of that this season, but he's got some room to work still.
Sigel gets it across to Lowe. Pump fake back up top to Ostrick. Ostrick out to Lowe. Lowe bobbles it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Vossen. Showalter. Pioneers running out of time. Ostrick working into the lane down low. And now finally there will be a foul called.
Pretty basketball here. A little dish pass, another little dish pass, just taking advantage. And you'd like to see Ricky Samuelson and Aston Francis drop a little sooner there. Again, just a little mini defensive breakdowns. But honestly, that's a tough play to guard. And if that's the only defensive breakdowns that you have, you're probably looking pretty good on defense, as the Thunder are thus far, on pace to give up only 34 points in the first half.
Good math, Casey.
Trying to redeem myself from last broadcast. I got a lot of work to do on that front, though.
Lowe goes over from the line. Eichelberger pulls down another rebound. Quam taking it up. Samuelson, open three. That one no good, rebound Lowe. Sigel working down low, gets it to Vossen. Showalter wide open, finishes with the floater.
Yeah, a couple Thunder defenders got caught looking at the ball and lost their man there. easy to do when the ball's that close to the basket, but you have to stay disciplined.
Eichelberger. And there's going to be a foul away from the ball. I think that's going to be, looks like it's going to be on Francis.
Nate, call me crazy here. This defensive possession might be one of the most important in the whole game right here. I mean, the Thunder have led the whole game. They've been in control. Right now, it feels like the momentum could be shifting. They need a stop here. If the Pioneers score, or worse yet, get a 3, it will be all Pioneers here for the last several minutes, and that's huge for the Thunder.
There you go. You got your point off just before the possession ended, and I agree with you on that, actually. I think that possession was incredibly important. It was definitely a swing possession right here in the middle of the half. Peters gets it to Eichelberger. Eichelberger working on Vossen. Vossen, strong kid. Jones gets it, goes up strong, keeps it somehow, and goes up over the top of 3 defenders and finishes off the glass.
That was good, strong defense, like you said, Nate, by the team in orange. It was just unlucky for them that Reagan Jones kept coming up with rebounds.
And Jones going to get called for the foul here, trying to stop Ostrick. Just puts on a burst of speed. And Jones gets called for the reach.
And that's going to be his second, I believe. No, just his first. There goes my math skills.
It's okay, Casey. Math's hard.
Math is hard.
Vossen swings it around. Showalter, Ostrick for 3. Got a good look at it and knocked it down.
Good ball movement there. Like I said, they're doing pretty much the same basic motions every time with variations off of each one. You know, there's a little bit of freedom for, you know, the good offensive players to do what they want, and it's not predictable enough for the Thunder to get comfortable.
Eichelberger for 3. Can't respond. Peters trying to pull down the rebound, and he cannot. Trying to corral with one hand while holding off Ostrick with the other. Now Ostrick going right at him, takes it in, dishes it to Gerds, and Gerds gets fouled trying to throw it down, and they're going to call that one on Jones.
I like this by Gerds to go straight at Jones, try to dunk the ball. It's a strong take, and Jones is in foul trouble now. I mean, Jones is going to have to sit down with 2 fouls. 8:23 left, so that was a great take there. Even if he misses the free throws, obviously Coach Gard would like to watch him make the free throws, but to get number 32 on the bench is important for this Pioneer team.
Gunter enters the game for Jones, and Gerds goes 1 of 2 from the line to pull the Pioneers within 2. Peters working on Ostrick. Eichelberger has Peters up top. Drives in, pump fakes, goes up, loses the ball for a moment. Gunter there to corral it. Samuelson with a nice jab step, now gets around. Showalter, floater in the lane, no good off the back iron.
Good take by Samuelson, though. It's a little strong on the finish.
Ostrick going to get called for the carry, tried to pull off the hesitation.
Yeah, I think this is a point of emphasis this year. We've seen a lot of travel and carry calls here. He just gets his hand under the ball right there. You see him turn it over. That is a carry, but it's a good move if you can get away with that.
Yeah, they'll allow you to get your hand kind of on the side of the ball, but as soon as you kind of get past that 90-degree rotation, it's game over.
Absolutely.
Samuelson swings it to Eichelberger. Gunter looking for Peters. Peters, nice spin move on the baseline, goes up and finishes from behind the backboard. Peters doing a good job of using his body to shield Ostrick.
Textbook Peters move right there. That's the one his brother did so well in the post, and he has developed that move well.
Looking down low for Vossen. And there's going to be a foul call. I think that's on Malagan.
I think it's on Vossen. They called him right here. I think he grabbed his jersey or something.
Yeah, you can see it at the end. Eichelberger with a little bit of an embellishment there.
Yeah.
But that's something that you don't really get seen. That's something that you don't see get called much.
Not often, no. So I think Vossen was just as surprised as we were. We were trying to figure out which guy in white was the foul. The ball's going the other way.
Yeah, the way Malagan walked away, I thought it might be on him. We stand corrected. Peters working down low on Ostrick, dishes it to Gunter. Gunter goes up, fades away, and banks it home. Ostrick going the other way now, trying to set the Pioneers up. Great defense from Spencer. shielding Ostrick and then immediately getting back to low on the roll man. But wide open is Connolly for three, no good. Rebound Gunter. Peters slows things up. Gets it to Malagan. Inside, working as Samuelson. Step back, that one just rims out. Ostrick. 6 to play in the first half. Sigel swings it across to Gerds. Back to Sigel. Takes it right into the body of Malagan. Can't finish. Gerds tried to get the tip slam. Tips it to Connolly now. Ostrick with a good move. Now low. Thunder with great defensive rotation in this possession so far.
Yeah.
And Gunter going to be up in the face of Gerds. Up top, Ostrick with Spencer guarding him. Going up and getting hands in the lane. We're the Thunder. He'll stay Pioneer ball, but just 8 seconds on the shot clock.
This is a big-time defensive possession for the Thunder to hold the team to, I mean, they've been playing offense for 60 seconds now, and they've, I mean, with 8 seconds left, they're in trouble. Team in Orange has got to get, little breakdown.
They got to get back. That's what the team in Orange needed.
That's a good inbounds play. It's really stinks for the Thunder to have played defense for that long and give up that easy of a bucket. That's demoralizing, honestly.
Malagan with it on the right wing. Peters up top. Spins into the lane, dishes it to Spencer. Spencer gets taken down, kicks to Peters for three, and he knocks it down. Luke Peters knocks one down from deep. And that gives Peters a little bit of energy on the defensive end. He faces up on Ostrick. Sigel. Connolly swings it to Low. Back to Connolly. And Peters with great active hands, and Coach Showers fired up.
Yeah, Coach loves it when passing lanes are disrupted. You see they're running this swing the ball and run off that back screen every time, and when they can't move the ball, and Peters there electrifying the bench, including Coach Shower, when they can't move the ball, that offense doesn't work.
10 on the shot clock. Ostrick trying to drive in on Peters. Peters stands his ground. Low looking to get baseline. Showalter can't handle it. 1 second. And that'll be a shot clock violation. Great defense from the Thunder after a breakdown on a long defense possession the time before. They step up their game.
Yeah, I mean, the out of bounds possession there notwithstanding, I mean, that's been 2 minutes of very good defense by the Thunder.
Samuelson kicks it to the corner for Eichelberger. Fakes, drives baseline, cut off by Showalter. Peters with Ostrick in his face. Samuelson, step back three. No good, rebound Eichelberger. That's a man's rebound.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're seeing Ricky Samuelson do a lot more this year. I like it, but that's not something that we've seen a lot of. He's very close, and he's gonna get better at that shot. He's got to continue to create for himself. Remember, none of these players graduate. They're all going to be back next year, potentially very dangerous ammunition.
Oh, and Jay Spencer was trying to light up King Arena. Instead, he gets it back down and finishes with the nice little baseline hook. But he took that strong through the lane, just lost it, bringing it down a little too low. I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm a fan of 2 points, and they're worth the same to me. But I know that I'm more of an old school guy. I don't believe in dunking.
Showalter with it, Eichelberger guarding him. Peters working down low on Ostrick. Out to Sigel, 5 on the shot clock. Sigel has to settle for a deep three, and he knocks it down.
Shots like that keep you in a game are huge. And you got to have players that can hit it. Aston Francis has been that for the Thunder, and there you see Sigel keeping his team in the game.
Eichelberger drives in, nice little double clutch, and Lowe's going to get called for the foul there, and Eichelberger go to the line to shoot 2. He gets more comfortable every game we see him.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got the tools too. He's gotten much stronger. He's got the athleticism. He's got the basketball smarts. I mean, this is a team of guys that are smart basketball players that are athletic, and Kobe Eichelberger is really showing that. And again, like there's kind of two kinds of Wheaton fans right now. There are those who are excited at what they've got, and there are those who are still kind of in disbelief that this team is this good. And I mean, Kobe Eichelberger is kind of the epitome of that. I don't think anybody expected him to come out and be as good as he has been, but he has been phenomenal.
And Eichelberger there goes 2 of 2 from the line. Ostrick taking it the other way. Slows up, trying to get some action here is Sigel. Showalter inside to Duox. Duox working down low, kicks it out, Sigel for 3. That one no good, rebound low. And then active hands, Eichelberger, he's gonna try to take this himself, and he goes down hard, drawing the foul. And I think, no, not quite into bonus territory yet, but Eichelberger just picks the pocket of Lowe. And then Duox takes him down hard by the arm. It'll be Thunder ball on the side.
I'm becoming more and more of an Eichelberger fan as we go on. I mean, he has won my heart, Nate.
Easy there, Casey. Easy. Basketball. Running the point for the Thunder. Trying to work it inside. Gets deflected, and then kind of ball up in the air, and it'll be Thunder ball. So none of the refs made a call initially. Finally, the head referee on the far sideline just came in and said, all right, you know what? Let's go, Wheaton.
Yeah, it didn't look like anybody really saw that ball off of anybody's hands. I think the side ref was waiting for the trail ref to make a call, and nobody did. And as the guy with his hand up, he kind of got stuck having to make a decision. I'm sure the team in orange would have liked to see a jump ball there.
Quam kicks it to Eichelberger. Eichelberger drives right, and there's going to be a foul on Showalter, and I think that's going to put the Thunder in the bonus, so Eichelberger will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Yeah, his feet are moving there.
Yeah, that's the main part about that call. Yes, Eichelberger creates the contact with the shoulder, but because Showalter's got his feet moving, that's going to be every time in favor of the offensive player.
You know me, I love a charge, but I don't think that was one of them.
Eichelberger can't convert on the first ball and hits the deck going for the rebound. And now that ball squirts out and gets to the hands of Showalter. Duox swings it out to Ostrick. Sigel. Run off the three-point line by Eichelberger, and then Sigel can't convert. Quam ends up with the rebound. Peters kicks it out to Samuelson. Eichelberger on the right wing. And another block, and Eichelberger will go to the line. That's once again Showalter very upset.
Yeah, Eichelberger's definitely putting his show. I think that one's a charge. I mean, his feet aren't set, but Eichelberger is lowering his shoulder, and that's part of the rule is if the offensive player lowers his shoulder, goes shoulder first into you, and you take it square in the chest, which I thought.
Tell that to NBA refs.
The NBA, don't even get me started on the NBA.
And Eichelberger misses his first end of a 1-and-1 again. But Showalter has to find a spot on the bench with 3 fouls here in the first half. 2 to play. Duox trying to drive into the lane, kicks it out to Ostrick. Quam providing the defense. Ostrick spins, can't get it to go off the glass. Eichelberger with the rebound. The Thunder are going to have numbers for a second as Ostrick hit the deck out of bounds. Gunter driving in, and the Thunder can't take advantage. They do have a mismatch here with Peters or Sigel on Peters. Into the corner for Samuelson. Back to Peters. 6 on the shot clock. Peters drives in, can't finish, blocked away. And the Pioneers going the other way. Quam catches up with Ostrick. And great defense from Quam following that ball and getting Sigel, allowing Peters time to catch up. Low. Duox. Sigel, deep 3 again. He knocks it down.
It's a big shot for Sigel. Another big shot from deep.
36-31 as we get inside a minute to play in the first half. Quam with it on the wing. Swings it to Peters. Peters pump fakes. Hands it off to Samuelson. Samuelson looking for somewhere to go with 10 on the shot clock. Crossover, Samuelson pulls up. That one just rims out, rebound Low. Thunder should get the last shot. About an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sigel for 3, he knocks that one down, and the Pioneers are within 2.
you can't overstate how huge that is for Sigel and for this Pioneers team, those 2 threes. I mean, you go from losing by 8 to now you're down by 2 going into halftime. I mean, chance here, if you get a steal to tie it up, the Thunder need a good shot here.
And Peters loses the ball at first. Now Duox gets it. Gunter chases it down. And a timeout called by the Thunder before Gunter slid. That's a really smart timeout by
Coach Schauer.
Yeah.
A really, really good timeout by Coach Schauer to call that. I mean, that's just a heads-up coaching play because Gunter, that was going to be a turnover.
Well, if he lets Gunter slide, that's a travel, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the ref was about to call it. You saw his hand go kind of
here,
out. Yeah,
and then he pointed.
Exactly. We're going to see the turnover here. Peter's just trying to hold the ball for a little longer than he was able to. That's number 12, Duox. And he's just getting his hand in there, getting on the floor.
And you love Gunter chasing that ball down. The Thunder have 4 seconds to push this one up. The Pioneers are going to press. Francis, 3 seconds, 2, 1. He throws up a prayer. Good if it goes. It doesn't miss by much. So that'll take us to the end of the first half. High octane here in King Arena between the Thunder and the Pioneers. After 10 minutes, it's 36-34 in favor of Wheaton. We'll take a quick break for halftime and be back with the second half of action. After this, you're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
The heart of the Wheaton College mission are Wheaton College students. The young men and women God has called to our campus for education, apprenticeship, and discipleship. Students whose minds and hearts the living Christ has entrusted us to prepare for kingdom service that transforms the world. Whether they are called to the classroom or the boardroom, whether they serve impoverished communities in Africa or grace the concert halls of Europe, whether they preach from the pulpit or confess Christ in the coffee shop, Wheaton students are at the forefront of Christian leadership, growing families and building communities, using their knowledge and faith in service to the church and the world. Today's Wheaton students stand on the shoulders of many faithful servants who have gone before, a great cloud of witnesses whose testimonies challenge us all to give the love of Jesus Christ to a world with needs that will not wait. Now I invite you to join us in a comprehensive campaign to make every student's Wheaton education more remarkable, more relevant, and more reachable, not only today, but also for generations to come. When you join us in supporting Wheaton's From the Heart for the Kingdom capital campaign, you invest in a liberal arts education that is rare and precious. Together we will build on our commitment to academic excellence, grounded in the person and work of Jesus Christ, carried out in state-of-the-art facilities and encompassing the full spectrum of the arts and sciences. Together we will empower each student to articulate a clear, biblical, and personal understanding of vocation, providing the tools that kingdom servants need to fulfill their God-given callings. We will expand student access to diverse and deeply enriching learning opportunities on campus and beyond, preparing them to address the complexities of a globally connected world. Together, we will enable students of all social, racial, economic, and geographic backgrounds to flourish by keeping a Wheaton College education affordable and providing not only a warm welcome, but also a true home for every qualified Christian student. Now, more than ever, Wheaton College depends on you, loyal alumni, parents, and friends, to support the capacious vision of learning for all of life that is at the heart of Christian liberal arts education. This rare and precious endeavor requires extraordinary engagement from kingdom-minded Christians who champion Wheaton's mission to prepare young leaders who have a passionate commitment to live from the heart for the kingdom.
I think a lot of today tries to emphasize how much you need to be the individual and how much you need to kind of have your plan set out for you as soon as you reach the end of high school. Vanguard just kind of popped out of nowhere, and the idea of a gap year, spending it in the woods, and I felt like I just needed to take some time away from the kind of rigorous academic world just to kind of recenter myself. I feel like this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, was to take a gap year.
For me, going right to college was really kind of a scary thought because I didn't know what I wanted to major in, what I wanted to do. So taking a gap year was a really good chance for me to just grow and mature a little more before going to college.
Once a month we would have professors from Wheaton come up and run a seminar, and those were exploring big questions of faith or big questions that millennials face.
Also, just the Vanguard community itself is really tight, and we became kind of like a family.
I'm very thankful for these people who are willing to push me, but just care for me so deeply, and definitely I think something unique to this place, to Honey Rock, and to Vanguard as a program.
Basically the whole year was one immersion trip, being here in the Northwoods and interacting with the local community here. Another was going to the Dominican Republic.
It was learning and delving deeper into my faith, but without grades and without this pressure that I've always felt to perform. And I think having the opportunity to learn in such an intimate setting has influenced me in a really positive way.
I think what Vanguard does is it helps you to really discover your true potential and help you to kind of define your own calling.
It's a year of your life, yeah, and you might think, oh, this will set me behind all my friends, but it won't. At this stage in life, you're still so young, and there's still so much time to explore the world and to see what you want to study, and you'll have your 4 years of college, but you don't need to rush into that.
The person I am now compared to the person at the beginning is different in a lot of ways, but probably one of the most important ways would just be less anxiety about the future and more of just present-mindedness and openness to what God is doing and what His plan is from here.
Yeah, I definitely think, looking back on it, taking a gap year and doing Vanguard was the best decision of my life.
I'm Andrea DeMoss.
Stephen Westich.
I'm Monica Gomez.
My name's Austin Farrell.
I found Wheaton my senior year of high school, and I remember thinking there's no possible way I could afford this school.
I did look at the price tag, and I did think I probably can't go here. You know, you never know what opportunities God will open up to make a place affordable for you to go. And so I decided to continue to pursue it.
I received my acceptance letter and I cried when that day. I remember it perfectly. But then reality struck and I just thought, how am I supposed to pay for that?
A woman in my church said, if you get into Wheaton, they're gonna make a way for you to get through. They're going to find some financial scholarship or loan that's gonna help me get all the way through. And I remember thinking, okay, that's a joke. There's no way.
So I applied and I got 2 letters, memorable letters. One was from the admissions office saying I got in. And I thought, that's brilliant. But the more important letter was the one I got from the financial aid department that said, you got in, but you can come.
My dad is a pastor full-time, so we didn't really have the capacity to pay for that. So we started to pray a lot, and I got in contact with the financial aid office.
The people in financial aid, they're so personal with me, and they've sat down with me and talked to my mom and jumped through every hoop with me and assured me that they're gonna help me make it through, that we're gonna figure out whatever angle we can to help me get a Wheaton education and be able to graduate.
I ended up getting enough help from Wheaton to actually attend and go to this school, which was amazing for me. And I'm so happy that I did because of the educational opportunities, the Christian growth opportunities, the world perspective and change in perspective and challenging perspective that I'm experiencing. Wheaton College really seeks to bless its students to experience all it has.
And we are back here at King Arena once again. I'm Nate Stein alongside Casey Balicki, and you are watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Just moments away from the second half tip-off. It's 36-34 in favor of the Thunder, leading the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Pioneers. Casey, what are you seeing out there so far?
Yeah, I see a game flow that's unsustainable. I mean, we're looking at 2 teams that are shooting above 50% from the three-point line. That can't be sustained. We're going to have to find different ways to score. That said, the loudest 9 points that have ever been scored in the history of the world. Maybe not. Maybe that's an exaggeration.
No, that's a big exaggeration.
Trey Sigel with those 3 3-pointers to bring the team back. 2 of them right there in the last 2 minutes.
All of them 25-plus feet.
Yeah, I mean, so he's having a huge game. But again, got to find another way to score. Which team is poised to do that best? I've seen good things from both. It'll be an interesting second half.
Yeah, I think this is the most fun game we've worked in a long time, probably since the Augustana game to finish off the season last year, because that will forever be the most fun game I've ever worked. There's nothing quite like that. But this game, like you said, the game flow is unsustainable. I hope you're wrong. I really hope these teams prove you wrong. We're going to get down onto the court just moments away from the second half starting, and I'm excited.
It's going to be a good one.
So it will be Platteville ball to get things going here in the second half. Vossen to inbound it. Ostrich gets it to Duox. Duox drives, pulls up, no good. Rebound, Eichelberger. Peters going the other way. Francis. Samuelson. Francis looking for somewhere to go. Pull up deep three. That one no good. Rebound pulled down by Gertz.
Yeah, Austin Francis, pretty quick foul trouble there in the first half. Didn't see a lot of him. Looking to get some shots up here in the second half and make a difference for his team.
Vossen with a good move to get around Eichelberger and seal him, then finishes with the soft touch off the glass and ties this thing up.
Thunder have got to respond here. They've got to get at least a good shot up. They have to get their confidence up again that they can score with this team.
Samuelson gets it to Peters. Peters working in the post. Bodies past Duox and can't finish. The left-handed floater just rolls out.
But that's a good look. That's a good look for the Thunder.
Duox with Samuelson guarding him. Ostrick up top. Gets it to Gertz. Gertz had an open look. Jones with a hard closeout. Ostrick trying to get past Peters, and there's going to be a foul on the floor on Peters.
Yeah, normally you don't see somebody close out as hard like on a big guy as Jones just did on Gertz, but Gertz shooting 50% from three, given he's only 2 of 4. But I mean, if he's going to go 2 of 4, why can't he go 3 for 6 or 3 for 5 even? So definitely have to guard him outside until stats get later in the season. We can see who's really a shooter and who's not.
And a good finish from Sigel driving in, and he gives the Pioneers their first lead.
Yeah, Sigel's my player of the game so far. I mean, those 3 threes and then just the way that he's led the team. Him and Ostrich have played very well.
And then a nice finish off the glass. That one almost paused on the back iron, but the Thunder right back in there, tied up.
Good hedge by Eichelberger there. Got to get back.
And Vossen just going up over the top of Eichelberger. Strong move and a good finish. Peters swings it to Jones. Jones down low has Eichelberger, and Eichelberger finishes reverse. So these two going back and forth, Eichelberger and Vossen right at each other the whole time. Duox drives into the lane, pulls up, no good, rebound Jones. Peters pushing ahead, gets it to Jones. Jones pump fakes, swings it to Eichelberger. Eichelberger gets it to Peters in the corner. Peters drives baseline, kicks it out to Francis. Francis turn around jumper, that one rattles out, rebound Gertz.
Francis not quite the feel that we're used to seeing in him. He'll be looking to get that back, or this team might struggle down the stretch.
Sigel looking inside to Ostrich, kicked out to Gertz. Gertz, jump shot, no good. And there's going to be a foul on Ostrich down low.
Didn't see quite what happened.
Yeah, just yanking the arm of Peters there.
Yeah.
Now you see it.
Yeah, that's good officiating there. It's easy to get your eye on the ball as an official there, or even on the guys directly under the basket. But good officiating to see that arm pull. That was a foul, Thunder ball.
That was the first foul on Ostrich. We see Malagan back in the game. Gets it to Peters. Working on Duox. Gets around him, goes up strong, and finishes by the rim past Gertz.
Yeah, Duox is really struggling to keep Peters contained down there. Really, Peters has just shot himself in the foot, missed a couple easy layups, but he'd have probably 13 points right now if he did. I think he's at 9. He's missed a couple pretty easy layups.
Yeah, Peters and Eichelberger both at 9. Samuelson at 11, the 3 leading scorers for the Thunder. A deep 3 from Ostrich. Malagan gets caught ball watching it, and Sigel ends up with it. Ostrich working on Peters. Gertz looks in at Ostrich. Ostrich trying to get around Peters. That one no good. Couple of Thunder players collide, and that will stay Pioneer ball.
Very rarely does the team have a problem of too many guys on the offensive board, but here they've got 3 guys, all who would have had that rebound, and just lack of communication. I mean, you love the effort.
A quick inbound to Sigel. He loses control and draws the foul. That's Eichelberger. That'll be his first. And for the Pioneers, that means a reset shot clock and gives them a lot more time to work with.
Yeah, that's a big reset, especially in a game that's this close, this early.
Ostrich knocks down the three to put the Pioneers back on top.
I think the Thunder have done a good job by way of getting away from the three-pointer as their primary means of scoring.
And Peters, once again, gets to the rim, just can't quite finish. Ostrich goes right at him the other way. Swings it into the corner. Sigel pump fakes and drives baseline. Quam guarding Gerds. Kicked out to Vossen. Swung across Gerds. Gerds drives baseline, goes up on Samuelson and finishes off the glass.
Gerds has got some sneaky athleticism.
I'd like to see Ricky take that charge, and I'm sure you would too.
Oh,
he got there in plenty of time.
Yeah,
he just needed to sell it a little bit, and that's probably going to get called.
And Gerds did that little side jump too, where he put his weight to the side of Samuelson, so it would have been a tough charge to take. But if Samuelson gets really wide there and really sells it with the, kind of
a little bit of an arm flail too.
Exactly. Some referees are just dying to call a charge, and you never know until you try.
So a timeout called by Coach Schauer as the Thunder trail by 3 with 14:50 to play in the game. The Thunder started off a little cold in this half, haven't really been able to get things going. Peters seemingly getting to the rim at will, just struggling to get that finish.
Yeah, and I mean, getting to the rim is something that he hasn't really been able to do yet this year. So maybe it's just coming as a surprise. Last year we saw him get to the rim so easily. This year he struggled. But maybe it's, this team has had a chance to kind of look at the stats and focus on Aston Francis. So maybe Luke is, benefiting from that a little bit. Kind of the lack of attention on him is allowing him to get to the paint. Also, him getting the ball in the post. I mean, he is far outmatching his defender down there. And that's going to turn into something that the Thunder can use because, as I said, they're getting away from that three-point shot. But if they keep going down to Luke Peters and double teams start coming, that's where the Peters, post-up can get really dangerous if he's hitting good shooters out on the perimeter who are wide open.
Yes.
Ditto.
That. So inbound to Peters. Now Francis. Ostrich on him. Peters has Duox. Peters gets by Duox, spins. Great backdoor look to Samuelson, who finishes through some contact. Shout out Princeton.
I love that offense. It's tough to run well consistently, but when it works, it's pretty.
Gerds up top. Gets it to Duox, drives baseline, tries to rise up. Gunter swats it down. Great defense from the big man out of Flint, Texas. Peters kicks it out. Eichelberger pump fakes, gets by Gerds, floater in the lane, it's good, and the Thunder regain the lead.
Looks good on a stat sheet, all these lead changes. It also is fun to watch.
Ostrich going the other way, gets it to Gerds, down low, Vossen, and he gets past Gunter and finishes in another lead change.
Vossen's just so strong down there. He's so compact, he's got a low center of gravity. I mean, he just gets up, strong to the basket.
Yeah, he looks like what I think Coach Schauer is hoping Spencer Peters going to look, or Spencer Peterson is going to look like. I mean, they're basically the same person on paper, both 6'5", about 230. So it'll be interesting to see once Thunder football season is over, as Francis picks the pocket, goes the other way, and he finishes off the glass. And that's what we're used to seeing from Aston Francis.
Aston finally gets himself on the board here, almost 27 minutes into the game. Those are his first points.
And Sigel, another deep three, this time no good. Samuelson chasing it down. And that was Gerds getting it and calling a timeout midair. That's a heads-up play.
Yeah, I mean, the very heads-up play. I don't know that I saw that.
Oh, yeah, there it is. You can see it there. As soon as he grabs it, he kind of tucks that ball in immediately. And as for the timeout, and Coach Schauer is not happy. I'm trying to think if there's a rule saying that you need to be on the court to call a timeout or anything like that.
The only thing I can think of is that there is a rule that says that you have to have sole possession of the ball and indisputable possession of the ball, but he definitely
he definitely had possession. I don't think it's a possession issue. The thing that I'd imagine Coach Schauer is most frustrated about is the fact that Gerds was in midair on his way out of bounds, and no way he could have kept himself in bounds or kept possession of that ball short of calling that timeout.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not against the rules. You see that kind of thing when people are about, I mean, Wheaton did the same thing when Trevor Gunter was about to travel. They called a timeout. So I don't know what Coach Schauer was upset about there.
And Jay Spencer's going to get a foul called on him down low away from the ball. And you can see both Coach Schauer and Coach Pana standing up and kind of signaling that hook move, telling the refs to watch out for that. Quick hitter blocked by Francis, and it will be Thunder ball. That went off the side of the backboard of the shot clock. Unless it was a foul. I didn't see a foul.
Oh, I think you stepped out of bounds and jumped in and caught the ball. Sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about. I left you out to dry there.
Francis driving in, kicks it. Jones for three. That one rattles out. And rebound corralled by Showalter. Sigel gets it to Duox in the corner. Vossen just working down low and battling through Reagan Jones.
Yeah, I think Coach Gard is starting to understand that they have a little bit of an advantage with the strength, just purely the strength of Vossen down low. I mean, he's a guy that could score a lot of points just by powering through Wheaton defenders.
Yeah, Reagan Jones, the biggest guy on the current roster for the Thunder from a weight standpoint. Peters kicks it out to Francis. Francis drives baseline, and ill-advised pass gets picked off by Sigel, who was lying in wait. Sigel and Duox playing a two-man game. Duox for three, no good. Vossen with the tip slam attempt, but no good. Now Peters pushes ahead. The Thunder with numbers. Samuelson dishes it to Jones. Jones goes up, gets the contact, almost finishes.
Ostrich wants it on the floor. Wheaton will obviously want the continuation. This is a very good pass by Samuelson. Good pump fake by Jones to get Vossen up and on top of him. Getting Vossen in foul trouble.
Yeah, that's his third.
Yeah, that might be a huge key for the Thunder. As, I mean, in the last, 2-3 minutes, he's scored probably, I would say, 6 of his 10 points in this game. And he'll head to the bench.
And we'll see Lowe enter the game, and we'll also see Cramper re-enter. It'll be Sigel and Vossen, two of the guys who've been doing the most damage for the Pioneers, taking a seat on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think this will be a good chance for Ostrich. We saw him at the beginning of the game kind of taking over. It has since been a little quiet. This will be a good chance for him to reestablish himself.
And Jay Spencer getting called for the foul. We'll get another look at it here. A little bit of a push there right at the beginning, but I'm not quite sure about that.
Yes.
Thank you. Lowe back up top for Showalter. Duox. Cramper. Showalter. Shot clock running down. Gets it to Duox. Duox drives in. 2 seconds, 1 second, pulling up as Ostrich, and he can't convert. Peters gets the rebound. He'll slow things down. Then Ostrich takes it away and finishes off the glass. Peters just putting the ball on the ground without really thinking about where he was going. Needed to slow up.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a natural point guard. He's kind of a guy that can handle the ball, but that's not his primary position. He's been forced to play there this year, and there you see the signs of that.
Jones looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Spencer. Spencer pulls up for three. That one no good. Rebound Low.
Thunder need to stop here badly.
Ostrich slows up, dishes it to Duox. Looking down low for Lowe. Lowe goes up strong, and Jay Spencer just goes up and rips that ball down.
I mean, that's a clutch rebound. You got to end that possession.
Reagan Jones for three. That's a huge three-pointer for the Thunder. I saw that developing and kind of went quiet, hoping it would happen. And that's exactly how I drew it up in my head.
Well, Coach Nate Stein over here just coaching
It's all up here somewhere, man.
But like we said, as that was developing, that was a huge defensive possession. Jay Spencer goes up, gets that rebound, gets the outlet, up to Reagan Jones, who's stretching the defense out just so well, hits that three. Reagan Jones is having a good season from outside the perimeter, and honestly, from inside. Him and Kobe Eichelberger have really, really impressed the doubtful Wheaton fan.
Yeah, and Jones now 8 points, a couple rebounds. Well, Eichelberger 11 and 9 right now. He's one of the names you mentioned, just 1 rebound away from a real solid double-double. Peters looking to eclipse 10 points for the first time on the season. Finally getting a bit of a reprieve from having the best defender thrown him at all times. It's actually interesting they have Duox on him, who's this Pioneer team leading scorer. Maybe looking at Luke's numbers out of the starters going, okay, this kid only averages 6.3 points. Maybe we can hide Duox on him, give him a breather on defense, and not the case. Luke has taken him through the motions down low.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been interesting to see that. I mean, I think this is the best team that Wheaton has played so far this year in this UW-Platteville team. And Aston Francis hasn't been the leading scorer, but Wheaton has played well. You can imagine if Aston Francis could get going, how dangerous this team in white could be.
Showalter dishes it to Cramper. Cramper tries to drive baseline. Nice skip pass, and that'll be a travel. That was Connolly just getting ahead of himself a little bit, and credit, I believe that was Peters providing the defense on him, just kind of staying in front of him. Or it might have been Malagan, but somebody just stayed right there in front of him and didn't jump at any of his fakes. Francis with a nice move, gets it to Eichelberger in the corner, up top Peters. Back to Eichelberger. Gunter trying to move down low onto low, gets through but called for the travel.
Yeah, Gunter just has several times we've seen him just kind of predetermine what move he's going to make, and he's got to be a little bit more able to adapt down there to what his defender is doing, and that's going to come with experience.
Low on the right wing, swings it across to Cramper. Showalter looking inside, has Duox with a nice spin move, but can't finish. Showalter came flying in as Malagan tried to tip slam that one. Malagan goes through, gets it across to Eichelberger. Malagan, nice fake, kicks it out again. Eichelberger drives, Peters dishes it to Gunter. Gunter gets blocked from behind, but draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Looks like you're starting to see some of these Wheaton players get a little tentative. Particularly, I thought Jake Malagan had a pretty open lane there earlier in that possession, didn't go to the basket, kicked it out instead to Kobe Eichelberger. Jake Malagan is a talented player and has got to be willing to score when he has the chance as the Wheaton free throw struggles continue. Yikes, they are shooting just abysmally.
Just 2 of 7, but I mean, the Pioneers only 1 of 4 from the line. So there's that.
Yeah, that reflects that they moved to the free throw line back this year. Oh, wait.
No, they didn't.
Make a free throw.
Gunter goes 1 of 2. Nice. Vossen swings it across to Connolly. Connolly driving in on Francis. Now Vossen tries to get fancy with behind the back pass.
That's just silliness. That's just absolute silliness. How about a jump stop? Jump stop and feed
Well, he
the
did
guy.
jump stop, but he tried to pass behind his back at the same time.
I've been a huge fan of Vossen all game, but I was not a fan of that play.
And now a foul away from the ball. I think that's going to be Conley for the grab. It would be Conley's first. Inbound to Gunter. Gunter getting trapped, looking for somewhere to go with it. And now a timeout called. I'd like to see Gunter just kind of throw that off the leg of the defender, get himself some space.
Or, I mean, yes, that is a way to do it. Also, they were way too close to him to not get a foul called on them. Gunter has got to get his elbows in, get the ball tight, be strong, and start to move a little bit. There's no way that you can be that close to an offensive player without fouling him if he's trying to go somewhere. All Gunter had to do was not shy away from that.
Yeah, if he tries to step through at all.
That's a foul, absolutely.
Whistle.
Especially with how dinky some of the calls have been this year. I mean, with the points of emphasis and stuff, he's got to step through that.
You said that with the referee right in front of you.
Hopefully Wheaton doesn't see any worse calls because of that.
Samuelson on the left wing.
Impressive that you whispered into the mic. I didn't know that was even possible.
Hey, I mean, if you whisper into a mic, you're not whispering at all, as Kobe Eichelberger takes it strong but can't finish. It's just a fact of the matter. I could be whispering this whole time and nobody would know. I just kind of emphasized it there.
It's true.
To make a point. Cramper swings it around to Connolly. Low. Vossen. Low. Vossen, corner three. That one no good. Rebound Peters. And that's the fifth rebound of the night for Luke Peters. Eichelberger fakes, gets around Vossen, finishes, or can't finish, almost finishes, but draws the foul anyways. It's a great move, pump fake, jab step, drive, and then gets the reach-in called.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's just a very ticky-tack foul. That's 4 now on Vossen. Huge for the Thunder to get him out of the game. But that's why Gunter's got to be more aggressive stepping through that double trap, because that's the kind of stuff they're calling. You're going to get a foul, absolutely.
Samuelson goes up and can't finish with the floater. Another rebound for the Pioneers, and they're out rebounding the Thunder by 5 right now, or by 6 after that one. Duox gets it in down low, into the corner, low, open three. He knocks it down. Pioneers back on top, 54-52 with 7.5 to play. Reagan Jones and Jay Spencer looking to come back in at the next stoppage. Francis looking for somewhere to go, pull up, no good. Gunter gets the rebound, goes up strong, can't finish, draws the foul, he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Lowe tried to draw the charge. You rarely see a guy go down like that in a no call. Yeah, that's obviously a flop though.
It was obviously a flop. I like what he's trying to do, but I mean, honestly, Gunter's not going to the basket enough for that to be called. Consistently, he's been fading away, and your best bet guarding Gunter right now is just not to foul him and hope that he fades away. And Gunter, if you're Gunter, all you've got to do is go to the basket, because he's scored when he's done that. But when he's going away from the basket, he's either getting bailed out by bad defense like we just saw, or he's missing. He's got to go to the basket, and a very silly foul here to bail Gunter out.
And Gunter once again goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Now he'll get a break as Jay Spencer enters. So the Thunder with a long athletic lineup in the game right now. Francis by far the smallest player on the court. We have Peters at 6'3". You have Samuelson at 6'3". Then you have Jones 6'6", Jay Spencer at 6'8". Then Francis at 6'1". Now foul on the floor.
I hate that call so much. This just doesn't affect the play at all. He's fine. Play on. Like, he's got the ball. He's under control. He wasn't going to go up anyway. The defense is out of position. In my opinion, just let the boys play.
And they're lucky that the Thunder are lucky that they called that on Ricky Samuelson. A 3 from Duox, no good. Jones ends up with it. Peters off to the races, get to the head to Samuelson. Spencer with the screen. Now Peters directing traffic from up top. Francis, open look. He knocks it down. Give that kid any space to work and he will make you pay.
Yeah, and I like the way he worked there off of a pass, kind of on a play. Something broke down and he took advantage. I'm not as much of a fan as like what we saw last time where he just dribbled down the floor and shot. I'd like to see the ball move before he does something like that.
So another lead change. That makes 13 in the game. Now Francis with a nice interception and then draws the foul. That one is going to be on Duox.
Yeah, that's a tough foul, though, because Aston Francis definitely had the advantage right here. I mean, he's wide open with the court. It's obviously a foul.
Yeah, and the Thunder had 5-on-1. I think we may have seen, if they let that play go, I think we see Jay Spencer flying through the air at the end of that one.
Oh, if only. Oh, if only.
We tried to in the first half, and I'm pretty sure you folks at home could hear my heart rate speed up through this headset.
So after this game, the Thunder will head to the University of Chicago for their first away game on the season. They've had 4 home games in a row. This will close that out. They will go to the University of Chicago for their last regular season or preseason non-conference game, and then we'll begin the conference season on December 3rd at Elmhurst at 4 p.m. and then go to Augustana, tough opener for the Thunder.
Yeah, a couple of tough openers.
And then we'll go play Calvin at home, a big game for them. Calvin's a very good team, consistently ranked. I mean, this is not a schedule that is by any sense of the imagination a walk in the park, especially playing through the CCIW conference schedule.
Yeah, absolutely not. We have been harping on this all season just because we can. The CCIW ranked the #1 men's basketball conference in the country by D3 Hoops. We love talking about that. So the way the Thunder have been playing, though, I think they can compete.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to know. We haven't seen anybody else in the CCIW play. It's tough to know. I mean, a lot of the teams in the CCIW are ranked. We have yet to play a ranked opponent. So this Platteville team, I mean, we came into this game thinking this team was good. I still think this team is good.
Yeah.
I think this Wheaton team is good. But the question is the CCIW just that much better? I don't know.
If the CCIW is that much better, then everybody who's not in the CCIW playing a CCIW team should be very scared.
Yeah, afraid. Because the Wheaton Thunder were picked to finish, I believe it was 6th.
Yeah, 6 or 7 out of 9.
Out of 9. In a conference that's good. I mean, this team, as you see, is playing with Platteville, who's picked to win their conference, won it last year, I believe.
And that's the WIAC is a very good conference. Teams like Oshkosh and Whitewater up there.
I'm not actually sure if they won their conference last year. I made that up maybe. But they're a good team. They play in a good conference. And the Wheaton Thunder are playing with them.
Ostrich working inside, dishes it to Duox. Duox goes up. Spencer gets the block. And then good job by Vossen to come up with that ball and finish just before the shot clock expired.
Yeah, way to stay with the play. I thought there were a couple fouls there. Then I thought the shot clock went off, and Vossen stayed with it.
Francis with Ostrich guarding him. Takes it and swings it into the corner. Peters drives strong, a floater in the lane, no good.
And Peters really struggling with some of those layups. He's 4 for 10 from the field, shooting 40%, but a lot of those misses have been 2 feet from the basket.
Connolly swings it to Vossen. Interesting, we see Vossen on offense out on the perimeter instead down low where he's more likely to get a foul. Duox goes up strong, draws a foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think Coach Gard knows that if he puts him down there, he could get an offensive foul call and maybe be out of the game with in discussing Vossen. So I think it's smart to have him out there, but he's got to get involved down there. He's such an asset down low.
Jones picks up his 3rd foul, and that'll earn him a spot on the bench as Gunter and Eichelberger re-enter. Spencer will join Jones on the bench. Duox missed his first free throws. Now the Pioneers shooting just 20%. That'll hop up a little bit here as he makes the second to take a 1-point lead.
It's never good when you look at team stats and you see from the free throw line, it's 41.7 and 33.3 respectively for Wheaton and Platteville.
And Ricky Samuelson didn't miss that one by much. Halfway down for it, rolled out. And then great defense on the other end, making up for it. Peters off to the races. Eichelberger goes up, gets blocked, rebound Francis.
There's a play where I'd love to see Eichelberger just jump at the rim, like right at the rim.
And Francis with another nice move. Spins and gets it to Gunter. Gunter comes up with the rebound, and now he finishes.
Gunter has this knack of missing his first one, coming up with his offensive rebound, and ending up with 2 points. He's done a very good job sticking with plays. Even if he's, not making the first one, he's done a really good job just sticking with it down there.
Hey, it's all about those offensive rebound stats.
Hey, I mean, he's padding it a little bit, sure, but he's ending up with buckets. That's all I care about.
There's going to be a foul down low, either on Eichelberger or Samuelson, depending on who they give it to. It will be Eichelberger. That's Eichelberger's second, so not too much trouble there with 4 to play. Thunder still lead by 1, but Connolly will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Both teams in the single bonus. And Connolly's first one rims out, rebound Gunter.
I mean, if you're Coach Gard, you're looking at the free throws missed, and I mean, that's 5 points off the board right there for you. They haven't taken much.
You could say the same about the Thunder, though.
I mean, yeah, but yes, you're right. It's just bad. Just make a free throw.
Bad on both sides. They're called, there's the word free in the name. And now Peters will go to the line to shoot 2. He's someone who I walked into the gym a few times during the week while I was working over in the equipment room, and both times I walked through, he was in here shooting free throws. I looked at the numbers on that little machine that they got, the shoot assist.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called officially.
Yeah.
But he was up above 100 free throws both times.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who's a workhorse. He knows what he's seen good basketball and knows what it takes to get better, and he's putting in the work, and that's why as a sophomore, he's a fixture of this team. He's playing huge minutes. He's kind of the guy at points, and he's going to be a guy that's very good come junior, senior year.
And Peters goes 1 of 2 from the line. Thunder up 2.
Nate, I'm going to freak out if too many more free throws are missed. I'm going to lose it.
Do it. You won't.
Don't tempt me.
I want you to. Good defense by Francis. Now the Thunder have numbers going the other way. Francis pull up three. It's good! Ashton Francis with a huge bucket. Hasn't been filling it up like he has the past couple nights, but that one counts for a lot.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier with Sigel scoring big buckets, big points. That was a big one for Francis.
Showalter up top, swung across. Sigel trying to respond. No good. Gunter chases down the rebound. The Thunder have a chance to extend here. Peters pushing ahead. Hands it off to Francis. Francis, a deep three. No good. Rebound gets to Samuelson. The Thunder with the fresh 30, but Samuelson takes it right away and finishes off the glass.
I love that by Samuelson. The Thunder are starting to pull away.
7-point lead for the Thunder. And there will be a foul call. I think that's on Peters. His third foul, and that's not what you want there.
Yeah, nothing serves as a better momentum killer than a clock stop and potentially 2 points. Fortunately, you foul the team that's shooting 28.6% from the free throw line. My grandmother, with her left hand, could shoot 28.6 from the free throw line.
I want to see it. Prove it. Get Grandma Blickian out here. Let's get her on the line.
Hopefully this improves for Ostrich, just for the sake of the game. I don't care who you're rooting for.
Ostrich goes 1 of 2. So, I mean, it technically does improve because 50% average is better than 20% average.
That's miserable.
Hey, man, it's just math. Peters dishes to Eichelberger down low into the corner for Francis. Good pump fake. Drives. Samuelson open three. No good. Oh, the Gunter almost got the tip in.
Big possession right here. Pioneers desperately need a bucket. The Thunder desperately need a stop.
And Duox just loses that one. Dribbles it right off his foot.
Duox having a tough game. Only 4 points for the man who averages 15. He's got 4 turnovers. He's definitely been neutralized on the offensive end of this floor tonight by Peters, who's been guarding him most of the night.
Yeah, Peters has done a spectacular job. This is hands down the best game we've seen out of him so far.
Yeah,
he's got 10 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, filling it up all over the place. And like you said, playing spectacular defense. He's got a steal, and he's not going to get a steal for that one, but he's the reason for that turnover.
Yeah, and I think something that you have to take into account too is not only has he been better than Duox when Duox is on offense and he's on defense, he has really tired Duox out on the defensive end by posting up, by being physical with him. And you can't tell me that doesn't affect the way that Duox has played offensively. The Thunder have had a good game plan from the get-go, and they've executed it well with regard to Duox.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about earlier, where I'm sure the Pioneers looked at the scouting report and said, okay, this Peters kid isn't who we thought he was at the beginning of the year. He's not their guy. Francis is their guy. Let's take our guy, Duox, and hide him on this Peters kid, because he's not going to necessarily have to make Duox work on defense if he's only averaging 4 or 6 points a game. And Luke Peters with a little bit of a coming out party tonight, not blowing everybody away with points, but just doing a lot.
Coach Jeff Gard comes out with the full court press here to try to facilitate some turnovers and get some buckets.
Francis gets it ahead to Eichelberger. Thunder with numbers. Finds Peters. Peters goes up and finishes at the glass. Great look from Eichelberger.
Really good press break there. Quick, efficient, never in a doubt that they were going to score. Really good job by the Thunder.
Showalter up top, swings it. Vossen goes up, can't finish. Gunter battling for the rebound. And it ends up with Gunter. And a timeout called. Gunter, I think, may have just sealed him, is getting close to a double-double. 10 points, that's his 8th rebound. Eichelberger has his double-double with 11 and 10. Peters flirting in a couple of different ways with 12, 7, and 6.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing well. I mean, again, this speaks to there are 2 types of Wheaton fans thus far in the tournament. There's the ones that are convinced that they've got it themselves a squad, and then there are those who are kind of can't believe it. And honestly, we have yet to see how good this Wheaton team is. But they look good here tonight. And I mean, all you can really hope for, Coach Schauer has been preaching this from the get-go, is if you will be patient with this team, they will be really good. And so far, that has proven true.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'd put money on him saying that again tonight when we get a chance to talk to him after the game. Inside 2 minutes to play, Thunder holding an 8-point lead. I believe that's their largest of the game. No, they were up 9 early on. So very close to their largest lead of the game. And this Thunder team looks in command. It looks like they are confident with where they're at.
Yeah, would not count this Platteville team out, though.
No, you can't.
Coach Jeff Gard, the brother of the Wisconsin head coach, and protege of Bo Ryan, longtime head coach. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to put together a comeback. So, I mean, this is going to be one that we're going to have to watch right to the end.
Inbound to Francis. The Thunder with numbers again, but Francis wisely slows things down, working on Duwaks, and Francis just toying with him a little bit.
Yeah, they're trying to run down the clock here. The Pioneers not fouling yet. Surprising to a team that's shooting so poorly from the free throw line.
Yeah, you might as well hack a shack all day long.
Seriously, the whole team is a shack right now.
And Ostrich goes strong and draws the foul. That'll be on Francis.
Can't have that right now. Can't have a foul. I don't know that I think that was a foul, but can't have that, the clock stop. But
no easy buckets. I'm in that camp.
Free throws aren't an easy bucket right now for anybody.
Apparently not, because he just missed it.
This is unbelievable to me. The Pioneers now have missed, how many free throws? That's 7 free throws. They're down 8 points.
The Thunder have missed 8 free throws.
I mean, it's just not good.
Yeah, it's bad on both sides, but I don't think it's fair to either side to point to one.
But both coaches are going
to,
either coach that loses is going to say if we just make free throws, because that's true. And if I'm on defense right now, I'm hacking any of them. None of them can shoot free throws. They're shooting 49% from the line. Shaq shot 52. Honestly.
Gunter goes up strong and finishes.
I would have fouled him.
you just talked against that on the other side. That's the no easy buckets thing.
I would have fouled him.
We're agreeing on that, just violently agreeing. Good dish to find Gerds. He goes up. Would you have fouled him?
I foul them all. None of it. I mean, why give him a layup?
Nobody can shoot. Peters gets it across to Gunter, Samuelson, and now they'll foul. And Samuelson, one of the better free throw shooters on this Thunder team, not the guy you really want to put at the line.
You want to talk about one guy I might not foul? Samuelson, the only guy who has not shot a free throw of the guys who have played. So the only guy who is not responsible for this just horrendous showing from the free throw line. And he'll hope to put them back on track.
Samuelson knocks down the first.
Wheaton slowly approaching Shaq numbers from the line.
And he misses the second.
And they will retreat from Shaq number.
Savage. Ostrich hands it off to Sigel. Sigel, deep pull-up three. Oh, come on! Wow. That's a fourth 25 to 29 footer we've seen him make. That one, high level of difficulty.
I mean, yeah, that's a fatal.
Good for you.
Wow.
You know, like, if you're the Thunder, you can't really do anything except tip your cap to that man.
Exactly.
Sigel having a game.
Yeah, Sigel on the night, his stat line looks something like 14 points, a couple of rebounds, a steal. I mean, he's done it all. Assists. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, I think 4 threes, so only 2 of those points not on threes.
But again, those things have been loud.
Hey, Casey, he hasn't missed a free throw.
Thank you.
He hasn't shot one, but
Sigel,
he hasn't missed one.
MVP of the game.
Hey, no, here you go. Boston. Boston hasn't gotten the line, so he hasn't missed a free throw either. You love that guy.
I do like Boston. I don't know if I'm going to call him the MVP of the game. While we're on it, though, I'll look one up. I'll find one.
I think it's got to be Eichelberger.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's filled it up. Either that or Peters. Peters has his most complete game of the night. Eichelberger with a double-double. Those guys both sitting in the 17-18 efficiency range, but Peters with a little higher usage rate.
I could start doing that. I could start assigning players of the game at the end of every game.
I like it.
Probably going to do that, but it'll probably be on the winning team, so I can't assign one right now because it's like kind of like the Finals MVP. You don't give LeBron the MVP when they lose to the Warriors 2 years ago, even though
you don't give it to Curry when the Warriors blow a 3-1 lead.
That's true.
Oh no.
It's a good
foul called on Faye. It'll send Peters to the line.
And this is going to be a big show of maturity for Peters. Can he get out of his own head? He's right now from the line. He is only 1 for 2, so hasn't shot particularly bad, missed 1, but he's got to get these to fall, especially in a 1-and-1.
And he knocks down the first, nothing but the bottom of the net, sends the Thunder lead back to 6 points.
This is a big free throw. Getting into 2 possessions is big time for the Wheaton Thunder to keep it at 2 possessions.
And the second one off the back iron, Showalter rebounds. Ostrich drops it back, Showalter for 3, he knocks it down.
Pioneers not going away.
And a foul there. Ostrich gets Francis. He'll send Francis to the line.
If it's me, I think Samuelson or this guy. That's who I want at the free throw line if I'm the Thunder. I have a lot of confidence in Samuelson as a shooter, and Francis is a gamer. We don't know a lot about him as far as in the clutch, you know.
Yeah, I haven't really had a chance.
Under
None of the
pressure,
Thunder games
but
have been overly close like
exactly.
this.
But he's a gamer. The kid comes to play.
You were saying?
I don't want to talk about it. This is.
So the first one from Francis, no good. He has a chance to make it a 2-possession game still with the second one. And he knocks it down.
Both teams' free throw percentage starting to add up collectively to a respectable percentage.
This one out for a 3. Duox for 3, no good. Peters rebounds. They foul immediately. And the Thunder look like they might just have this one under control.
Yeah, a couple free throws here would be big time. Honestly, the worst thing that the Thunder could do right now, the worst thing that they could do is miss both of these free throws, obviously for many reasons.
Please knock on wood.
But
why would you say that?
Let's just walk through this.
That?
Neither of these fall. A 3 goes.
Why would you say that?
That's a situation that the Thunder don't want.
Peters knocks down the first, and Casey can breathe easily.
I need him to hit this one as far as a Thunder fan, I need him to make this because 2 threes is not that hard in 14 seconds.
And he knocks down the second.
That makes me breathe easier.
Ostrich gets it to Sigel. Sigel, another deep 3. That one not close. Francis rebounds. And with 5 seconds left, that's going to do it. The Thunder pull out a huge win. And you folks didn't see it, but we did. A fist bump from Coach Schauer. He realizes how big this is for his program. Defeats a really good opponent in this Platteville team.
Yeah, the shocked and disbelieving Thunder fans are starting to become a little bit more believing. I mean, this is a Platteville team that's good. That we don't know how good, but we know they're good. And the Thunder just beat them. And so I think no matter what you think about what this team can do against CCIW team, you have to be impressed about what they've done so far this year.
And now we have Coach Schauer joining us over here to get his thoughts on the game. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations. That's a great win for you guys.
It is. That's a great team. You know, they're kind of in the same situation we are. They're picked towards the bottom of a great league. And, you know, I'm just proud of our guys. You know, a big thing about tonight was Aston did not score very much, and we still found ways to win. And, you know, we're in a simple business that's hard to get guys to do. When you compete unselfishly, you have a chance. And this team has done that really since we got to Israel, to be honest with you. And most every day we've just played hard with a desire to get better, to be coached, to win. We've just got a lot of guys that want to be successful, and it's you know, I've been having a ball. And I'm not doing anything different. I'm just showing up, and I don't have to teach effort, I don't have to teach attitude, so I just get to teach basketball.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time. So there you have it. You can't teach effort, can't teach attitude. Coach Schauer loves this team, and we love watching them. Your final score from King Arena, the Wheaton Thunder 73, the Platteville Pioneers 67. Thank you for joining us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. For Casey Balicki, and I'm Nate Stein.